Join me in this episode as we explore the rugged Big Sur coastline. We're going to be backpacking 5 miles into the backcountry, staying under towering redwoods, checking out swimming holes, and avoiding poisonous plants. Stay tuned, this is going to be a great video. Well, you guys, welcome to the Big Sur coastline. We just started our 5-mile ascent here up to the backpacking camp we're hiking to, and we are already high above the ocean. Well, right behind me you can see probably about 20 miles of the Big Sur coastline. It's very overcast at the moment, so the views really aren't too amazing. The water's usually a lot more aqua blue, but you can still see quite a bit of it, and hopefully the fog burns off soon so we can get an even better view before we get into the redwoods. And what you see behind me I thought was all poison oak, but a lot of it is actually berry bushes. Oh, check it out, a little stink beetle. Oh, fog's starting to burn off. We're coming out of the trees. I see blue sky under there. The one thing we're starting to learn with backpacking here in Big Sur is the humidity. Being right along the coast creates a really hot, sticky environment that we're not used to. It makes it almost really hard to breathe sometimes. We're not used to that because in the mountains the air is very cold and dry, although it is high elevation. And I'm running out of water, so hopefully we can find a creek up here to filter some water. All right, we've got a little bit of a change of scenery here. As you guys can see, we're about to head up into this canyon right here. That's pretty cool with the fog up above the redwoods like that. Oh, look at that big old tree. I wonder how tall it is. If you look really close at these redwoods, they've actually been through a fire. The whole bottom of the tree, for about 30 feet up, is all burned. Matter of fact, this one's so old the top is actually broken off, but all the ones around it are burned about 30 feet up. I can't imagine the flames in here being that high. That would be insane. Well, we've made it to a little waterfall here. I haven't touched the GoPro in a while because I had to use it to bushwhack through fields of poison oak. But the trail's starting to get a little bit better, and I think we're a little bit over halfway to our camp. I've been informed that there's 2 types of redwood trees that grow here in California. You've got the giant redwoods that I assume grow in the Sierra, and then you've got the coastal redwoods that grow here in Northern California and here in Big Sur, like this one right behind me. The reason the coastal redwoods like to grow is because they soak up the moisture from the fog. They like really damp environments. A little fun fact about the giant redwoods in the Sierras is those are one of the oldest trees in the entire world. In fact, in the Eastern Sierra, there's actually the bristlecone pines, which I believe are the oldest tree in the entire world. Maybe we should go visit there on our next trip to the Sierra. But stay tuned, we're going to continue bushwhacking and we'll update you guys along the way. Oh, we're high above the fog now. Feels like we're in the big mountains, but the coast is just right there. All right, guys, well, we're just here taking a quick water break and then we're going to get back on the trail. Well, this is an awesome place to backpack, but we are definitely going to be feeling the poison oak after this one. We're going to remember this trip for a few weeks, I'm sure. Well, we're running a little bit low on water. Hopefully there's a creek there we can do a water filter and get some more. Well, guys, we had a little bit of a trail foul. I just broke my tripod, so I guess we'll see how I'm going to film the rest of this video. I was relying on this to jam in between rocks and hold behind my head to get these shots, so if you guys hear my fingers on the GoPro housing, I know sometimes that can be a little bit annoying, but that's the reason for it. But in the meantime, check out this view here. We just got through all these redwoods. I hear a big river down there in the valley rushing. I think we're gonna meet up with it just over here. Look, I can use this as my pointer stick now. We're headed that way. We'll catch up with you guys here in just a bit.
Excuse me, I'm just passing through. I don't mean...
There was a whole bunch of alligator lizards just there in the middle of the trail. Man, it is so humid here for the early summer. You would not think it would be, but being above the fog, it really is. We'll check this tree out. See if we can snake underneath and avoid all this poison oak right here. Breaking the tripod sure didn't make it easy. Oh, check this thing out. It broke off right at the base. Oh, that's a monster tree. It's so green right here. All right, well, I think we've made it here to our camp spot. I'll show you guys here in a minute. We're just taking this opportunity to power down with some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then we're gonna go check out the river and see if we can't wash this poison oak off. Okay, well, we just found ourselves at this nice little river here. And this is next to where I think we're gonna end up camping. If you notice, I've got a towel on, and that's because I just took a dip in this pond right behind me. Hopefully washed all the poison oak off. I guess we'll find out. All right, so we did some exploring around. I think this is where we're gonna set up camp. So we're gonna get the tent set up. There's the food. All right, so we just got this little backpacking tent here. We're just gonna try it out. I'm gonna get it set up, and hopefully we both fit in it, because that's all we've got tonight. This tent just comes with two sides of poles that you then bend like this, and it forms the top, and then you put the two tent stakes on either side, and it props the whole tent up. Okay, so we pretty much got the tent set up here. I think we're gonna run no rainfly tonight. I don't see any reason to do it. There's really not even that many bugs, not that it would matter, but it's definitely not gonna be raining here tonight. So this is kind of the tour of camp. We got our tent there, plenty of areas to sit. There's so many towering redwoods above us, it's crazy. And this is a single person backpacking tent, so we're gonna find out if we both fit in it or not. One of us might end up sleeping on the ground, and I think it might be me. All right, I'm just gonna get my sleeping bag set up here. Okay, this is the sleeping setup. It's no more than about 35 inches wide, as you guys can see. All right, well, we've got this amazing fire pit. I think I'm gonna go find some firewood and get to collecting. That way we can get a fire started before dark. I'm only cutting up stuff that I find on the ground that's already dead. The problem with this dead wood is I'm finding a lot of it is really wet, and I don't know how it's gonna burn. I'm struggling to find any sticks that are smaller than this, so maybe we can cut these down or strip them down and get them to turn into kindling. That way we can still get our fire lit. Okay, we've got a decent pile of small logs. Let's go find some smaller sticks and see if we can get it going. The most helpful tool you can have when trying to start a campfire. All right, guys, well, we have got a nice fire going. I think we're gonna let this go for a couple hours and then probably make some dinner. All right, folks, we're breaking out the trail mix. Hiked all day, haven't had really anything to eat yet, so can't go wrong. All right, guys, well, I'm here at the creek right now. I've got my Nalgene bottle, and I've also got my water filter. I'm gonna filter some water for our dinner. This filter I've got is not one of the instantaneous ones, so I've got to sit here and pump it, but I think I'm going to be buying one of those filter bags you can just hang soon. Seems a lot more convenient. All right, well, got my water. Let's go ahead and go back and get dinner started. I think tonight we're gonna be real basic with dinner, probably just do some quick noodles and maybe a little bit of chicken on the side. So we'll see what we got. Okay, me and Sydney are here. We're gonna go ahead and get some noodles cooked up on the jet boil. These JetBoil camp stoves are awesome for cooking anything you want. They make a bunch of different attachments, and they even have this cool lid so you can boil water faster, and it boils water so fast. All right guys, super easy camp meal, just a little bit of top ramen. I'm just gonna add the seasoning here, and we added a little chicken in there as well that we carried up here. So seasoning's going in and we're gonna eat.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. I don't know what happened to my chicken. Oh, here it is. All right, guys. Well, we got some food made. We're going to sit here and enjoy the fire. We'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Good morning, guys. Just woke up this morning and I noticed this tree. I don't know if this tree is ready to fall or not, but typically it wouldn't camp underneath something like that. It's got a couple other really big redwoods holding it up though. It's not too worried about it. Anyways, I think we're gonna start packing up camp here and start hiking. And we got the JetBoil going. We're gonna make some coffee. All right, you guys, well, we got camp all packed up. Gonna get the backpack back on. Sydney looks like she's ready to roll. And sun's coming up, so we're gonna get to hiking. All right, are you having fun? You ready to hike down?
It's about a 5.2 mile hike back.
So I've lived in California all my life and didn't know that this plant is poisonous if you ingest it. You can touch it all you want, but it is poisonous if it ends up in your water or you end up like eating a leaf of it somehow. I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna put its name here on the screen, but yeah, weird plant. It's the only other one I know in California that you can't actually ingest. I mean, obviously there's poison oak, but I'm gonna put the name on the screen again and we'll remember what it's called. But it's just hanging out here way above the fog and we are cruising. Oh, look at this. We're in between the poison oak and this fallen redwood tree. All right, so here's a big view of the valley we hiked down from. We came from way back in there. If you know Big Sur, you can see Cone Peak right through there. And all the way down in here, massive valley. We hiked all the way around. We're gonna keep heading up that direction. It's so humid here. We're about to get back into this poison oak field behind me. This is the one I didn't film on the way up because it was way too gnarly and we knew we were getting sort of close to camp. But we've got this real gnarly corner. There's a big cliff here. It's crazy. There's a redwood tree that slid straight down this, appears to be, and it slid down into that valley. The real bad poison oak is that direction and we're about to hit it. There you go. Cool little waterfall.
Well, I would just notice that the dirt is very soft here, and I was like, wow, I feel like I'm like gonna sink.
It's because the roots underneath from the redwoods, they hollow out the ground and then it's just very soft dirt and pine needles on top. So as you stomp on the ground, we're basically walking over what's probably almost nothing, small little caverns and things just full of pine needles. It's really cool. Oh, check this out. This is cool. Oh, check this out on the tree. So these tree tattoos, this is actually from some sort of a worm that would have been here in the tree behind the bark, and then as you can see, fire came through, all the bark peeled off, and it left this really cool tattoo artwork on the side of the tree. It's pretty rad. Oh, here it is, the dreaded poison oak section. We came through here kind of late yesterday, so I didn't bother to film. Just dissecting it now, it looks like there's some berry bushes in here, but when you get closer into the middle, I think that's where the real poison oak comes out. We're gonna have to take this one pretty slow. Oh, you're doing good. Keep going. Stay to the left. Stay to the left. Stay to the left. There you go. Okay. All right, we made it through that. We're not quite out of the woods yet though. Still so much down at our feet. We're gonna hit it. We're just gonna do the best that we can. Take a look at what we're walking through, folks. It's a cool stump. Right there on your right. Other side. You did it. You're good. Oh, so much poison oak. Big old alligator lizards covering this trail. We haven't seen any snakes yet, knock on wood, but a whole lot of alligator lizards. We've made it down here into the fog, so we can't really see where we're going. It's a little eerie. Without my tripod, I'm doing my best to not drop my GoPro straight into the poison oak. It sure is tricky. I hope the audio's not too messed up. I'm definitely, after this trip, going to be looking into what I can do to lighten up my backpacking load. I think this backpack is about as heavy as some people's entire setups. Thinking maybe a lighter tent. That seems to be the heaviest. Some of our cooking gear is not that light either. I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but there's a little bit of coastline right there. Oh yeah, there's the ocean. We're getting pretty close now. Well, I don't know if I pointed this out already, but you can see a good ways up the coast.
Yay, we did it.
Ooh, all right guys, just got back from backpacking. I just got a call. I'm actually heading up to the Sierra Nevada next weekend, and Sydney is actually heading to Maui, Hawaii. So we've got some really exciting content coming up for you guys. Check out the video on the screen and go subscribe to her channel. I'll put the link in the description. All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye!
If you like this video and want to see more, tap the video on the screen or check out the link in my description. We've got a ton of videos just like this one. And don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.